Hey watch nerds, James, Rooster Vintage Watches, welcome back. So I'm going to tell you an interesting story today of the biggest scam that I fell victim to in the vintage watch market. And this happened maybe about 2 years ago now. So I was contacting a gentleman, I'll call him a gentleman, on Facebook Marketplace. Guy lives in southern US, somewhere I think it was Alabama. And he had this beautiful watch up for sale, which I absolutely love, a Tournamatic Contiki version. For those watch nuts out there, you know what I'm talking about. Absolutely beautiful, and the price was pretty reasonable. I did a little, check on this gentleman. I'll call him Bo M for now, and we struck a deal, and we proceeded to communicate on delivery and those things. I decided to use PayPal to make the payment to Bo, and I did it as a trusted seller. So as you know, on PayPal, you can do it family and friends, so there's no extra fees, or trusted seller, I believe is the other version, which there are fees involved. So Bo didn't like that. He didn't want to pay extra fees. He asked if I could switch it to family and friends. I didn't love that idea anyway. Subsequently, he phones me, and he says he's out at a ball diamond, I think, with his children. I thought I could hear kids in the background, so it sounded legit. And I said, well, no, I've actually already, sent in the payment through as a trusted seller. Sorry, as friends and as a trusted seller, I guess, so there would be fees involved. And he actually patched in PayPal support onto the call. And she took me through, the dog is on the table, so that's great. She took me through how to switch it back to having it no fees as a trusted seller of friends and family. So kind of interesting, kind of cheeky of this gentleman to do that, but nonetheless, I took him at his word. Ordered the watch that I thought would be arriving in a few weeks. Never arrived. Weeks went by, back and forth, a lot of excuses. Finally, I got this photo from allegedly his father, showing Bo in the hospital, strapped up with lots of tubes and wires coming out of him. Had been in a horrible accident. Naturally enough, super skeptical if that's really Bo, and whatever happened sounds like so I knew I was in trouble at that point. So more back and forth. Strangely enough, he sent me a watch a few weeks after that, and this guy arrived. So I'm gonna zoom in on this guy. So obviously not what I'd purchased. A broken, not my style Longines quartz watch, broken as I said. So pretty much useless, worth about maybe $15, but odd that he would send it. Interesting enough, there was a nice strap on that watch. I have it here in the picture, but I subsequently sold the bracelet because it was a kind of an okay branded, Longines branded bracelet, so I got $40 back. Anyway, at the end of the day, I was out a couple $100. There was a lot of people affected by this same gentleman. He's a chronic scam artist. His father was actually in prison soon after this for dealing drugs. So not a great group of people to deal with. I'm assuming they're out there every day on Facebook, probably all kinds of other places. At the end of the day, I don't know who I was dealing with. I don't know if it was the gentleman's picture that I saw. I don't know what I was up against here. But be careful out there. There's lots of scammers. Could I have done something differently? I think probably a little more due diligence. So when you're dealing with people, particularly in different locations around the world, look at their profile, make sure it's well populated, that it's an authentic profile, they've got friends, they've got photos, and do references as well, particularly if you're going to spend more than a couple $100. Do references, and the watch community is great at making sure that they'll respond to those types of requests, and they'll call out people that are maybe a little bit on the suspicious side. So be very careful out there, folks. That was my biggest scam that I was a victim to. I've been scammed by other people, particularly when I send a watch with no tracking and they claim it didn't arrive, then I'm out of pocket. But so make sure when you send a watch, include tracking. It's worth the extra, $12 to $15. So good luck out there. Be careful. And as watches do, keep ticking.